Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you want to know what it is? You can feel it when you go to work, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
All right. Shalom, 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 everybody. This is Elder Jonathan with the King James Bible University. Also, from the host, Lordship of Israel. I'm coming straight out of KJB Caribbean, also Bahamas. And today teaching the title, Shia's Nest Within a Tree. So now, brothers, this teaching should actually stem from a question I had with our pastor. You know, I put in the studies to the best of my strength, and through him seeing me putting in the work, you know, he gave me the full understanding. And it's so ironic, right, that the teaching here, the based off of Deuteronomy 22, 6 and 7, kind of ties to actually what we're trying to see today. You know, so like I said, I did the studies to my best of my abilities, best of my strength. I sent him a look over. He therefore gave me the complete understanding. So instead of me just resting on that, I was okay, cool, you gave me it. I took it. I read it. I understand it. I therefore searched out every single word he did, because one thing about our pastor, he likes to quote scriptures and documents. So everything he wrote, explaining Deuteronomy 22, 6 and 7, I went, I seek it in the scripture. I didn't sit down, I didn't rest on it, I didn't say, okay, cool, this is good enough for me. I'm gonna just teach it verbatim. You know, so this was actually a scripture was based off a teaching I did 2 weeks ago. So I decided to take it and bring forward a teaching on it. So like I said, it's tied, quite frankly, to, like I said, Deuteronomy 22, 6 and 7. You know, and also like, on Friday, you know, I got a phone call from him. He's like, yeah, look on the site. So I looked on the site. He said, click on the world. So I click on the world. Honestly, I thought it was in the thousands. I didn't know it was in the millions. So I looked at it. It was in the millions, but I think about 8 million, something like that. 5 million, something like that. 5 million, I think. Then he said, click on to the English. Now I was like, I click on it, right? I was like, man, would you show me? Say, you want to see? I was like, nah, I ain't see. Say, look. I say, I like clicking on English. I don't see the numbers. The reason why I didn't saw the numbers, brothers and sisters, is because, sometimes you see a layout of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought that number 5 was actually a number he was characterizing in the document. I didn't even know that was the actual numbers that was actually online using these tools he has took the time to give to us. And it hurt my heart, because, like I said, Deuteronomy 22, 6 and 7, when stuff is placed before us as a people, as black people, we tend to either shun it aside or either hold on to it. Never bringing forward works of it. We just like to hold on to it. Some of us hold on to it and just walk off. Leave it there. Don't even sit on it to bring forward works. Because we feel like, it's there. Whenever I need, I get it, whatever. But like I said, I want to show us something, right? And then ask us the question. Let me go to my Bible. Let's go to my Bible. All right. Again. See, Rachel? See the world? See, in the Middle East? 4 million. But on Saturday, I think I woke up around 3 o'clock to my studies, I think. No, either late Friday or early Saturday morning. It was about 11 million. 11 million people from the Middle East online. Right now, 4 million right now. Watch this. Hold on. We are 14 people online now over here. So let's go to my Bible. 14 million. Let's go to my Bible. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. 46 and 7. Reads here. Says here. If a bird. You know what? Let me go to my teacher's Myanmar. Go teacher's Myanmar, because I did something. Teacher's Myanmar. We can have a conversation. That's our conversation, brothers and sisters. Now, that's what I ask question. You can put I in the chat if you want to. Are we the sons of Jacob? So yeah, it's a simple I or N. Are we the sons of Jacob? Simple I, simple N or I. Are we the sons of Jacob? Say yes or no. Are we the sons of Jacob? Either my computer waking, okay, cool. Everyone's, okay, I. So we have a lot of eyes. So it's a funny thing, but this book, but the word Jehovah, he proved all men liars. So according to this word, so we are sons of Jacob. I want to think about a father. He has a seed in him. In his seed carried his characteristics, his traits, his manners, his practice. Everything that obtained to him is in his seed. And they bring forth the exact same mirroring image of his likeness. His characteristics, his manner, his practice, his belief, everything. So let's go over here to the teacher's Myanmar. We have a dove. We should all know that next week we're gonna get more into just do this Genesis. But we should see we have a dove. We have a dove. Understand what a dove is? We have a fig tree. Understand what that fig tree is? and we have a people. So we have a dove on top of a tree and a people under a tree, right? So it says here, in Deuteronomy 22:6, I'm going to read all this down here, Rachel. I'm going to read this. And those of ears can understand. It says, if a bird nests chance to be before thee in the way, in any tree, or on the ground, whether they be young ones or eggs, and the dam sitteth upon the young or upon the eggs, thou shalt not take the dam with the young, but thou shalt in any wise let the dam go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee. Keep that in mind, and that thou may prolong thy days. So it says here, in Sirach 5:7, it says here, make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. Genesis 28:11. It's a Jacob, our father. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillow. Understand what that's saying? And laid down in that place to sleep. Understand also what that's saying? We can explain all that in next week's teaching. Jump down to verse 18. It's Jacob again, our father. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stones that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillow and poured oil upon the top of it. So it says in Sirach 5:1, it says here, set thy heart upon thy goods. Understand what that's saying? And say not, I have enough for my life. So I'm going to pause there. Like I said, think about a father left an inheritance to his son, and then his son left inheritance for his sons. But then the sons decide to waste the inheritance. Because the father, before he died, he want to make sure that his sons and his daughters have all the tools that can safely guide them through this world. The father didn't want to leave his sons and his daughters defenseless in this world. So he took his father's inheritance and he gave it to his sons and his daughters. But his sons and daughters wasted the inheritance. They didn't appreciate the inheritance that their father had given them. And they went off into the world doing their own thing. Think about that. Let's go back over to Sirach 5:1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. What did Jacob did? And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the break of day. Understand what that's saying? And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Like I said earlier, many of us, we've given this inheritance. And because it was given unto us, be like, cool, I'm satisfied. I don't need to put in no extra weight because it was given unto me. Many of us don't want to even challenge ourselves. Go deeper, dig deeper, find out more, understand more. That is required of us, and that is required of us on this walk. And also that understand our Father's language. Many of us are very content, quite content with the little inheritance that we got, not one to add onto it. It says here, And he said, let me not go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And Jacob asked him, no, he says Rachel. He says Rachel after comma, after question mark, and he blessed him there. What Jacob said, and Jacob called the way of that place Penal, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Like I said, many of us, he given us, see ya? I'm gonna go back to the same chart. See ya? It says here, where is it? I think it's read. It's read, not here. Rachel, let me see them. See ya? It's Rachel. See that read there? Where we could be able to speak to God face to face. Understand exactly what he's saying. That's Rachel. When we unlock this, it's no longer mystery. It's complete, clear understanding once you apply your mind to understand what he's saying, because it's speaking plainly. Not in dark speeches, not in similitude, speaking plainly. We have to apply our mind to understand clearly what he's saying. Let's go back over to my chart. The last scripture says, Rachel. And Jacob called the name of the place Penal, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. So, brothers and sisters, like I said, this is Ella Jonathan, the King James Bible University. Also loves you visual. Want you guys to grab your Bibles, pens, notepads. Want to follow along with me on with the teaching. Like I said, we're going to start over at the book of Deuteronomy. Let's go over there. Go to my teacher's Bible. Okay, cool. Go to Deuteronomy. Chapter 22. Jump down to verse 6. It reads here. Like I said, if providing a person has chance to be before thee in the way of any tree or on the ground, whether they be young ones or eggs, and the down sit upon the young or upon the eggs, thou shalt not take the down with the young, but thou shalt in any wise let the down go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou may prolong thy days. That's a Jacob. So, the law of the spiritual possession, the preservation of the source, and the receiving of the new fruits. We look at these citations, these commandments. So it says here, hear now the statute of the bird's nest. For the law of Moses speaketh not of fowls alone, but of the manner in which the spirit of Jehovah dwells, and bring forth fruit within the vessel he has chosen. Every word in this statute carries a spiritual function. And every function traces back to the governance of the Father over his creation, his servants, and his people. The scripture says, if providing a bird nest, so spiritual definition, spiritual dictionary declares bird function as fowl, creature, dove, and eagle. And the fowls, by its own spiritual entry, it reveals the fuller function. Angels and spirits of heavens, spirits both good and bad, princes and powers of the air. Let's go over to Revelation. Let's go over to Revelation and see what we're talking about. Revelation. You'll see these fowls as spirits. Let's go over there. Revelations. Revelations, chapter 18. Starts about Revelation 18, 1 and 2. It says, yeah. And after these things, I saw another what? Angel, another messenger, come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth with what? Lighten. So they was created with his glory. So I mean, they created with his presence. They were enlightened. He gave them divine judgment and prophecies. That's what he came to do. And what he did, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is what? Fallen. It is fallen. And become what? A habitation of devils, the fallen angels. And the whole of every what? Foul spirit, and a cage of what? Every what? Unclean. So Father does every evil spirit, and a cage of every what? Unclean, foul, and what? Hateful birds. So we see right there, these are what? Unclean spirits, which are hateful birds. So like I said, spiritual definition of foul is evil, vile, unholy, diseased, unclean, corrupted. Let's go with Sirach. Let's go with the Sirach. Sirach, chapter 5. Jump down to verse 14. It says here, be not called a whisperer, as a false witness, or a liar. See ya? And lie not in wait with thy what? Lie not in wait. Lie not in wait, as in anticipation with by means of thy tongue, thy words. For a fall shame is upon the thief, and an evil what? Condemnation upon a what? A double tongue. A sin that goes two ways. So that's that unclean, corrupt way. Let's go with Ephesians. Go with Ephesians. Ephesians 2. Come down with 2. Says here, wherein in time past you have walked, all us walk as an unclean bird, unclean spirit in this world. Wherein in time past you have walked according to the course of this world, according to the what? The prince of the what? See ya? Power of the air. See ya? The spirit that now worketh in the children of what? Disobedient. That same spirit, the same power there, that spirit that worketh in the children of disobedience. Turn on verse 3. Among whom also we had our conversation in time past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desire of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as others. Let's go with Leviticus. Go with Leviticus. Chapter 20. Chapter in verse 20 and 25. Chapter in verse 25. He says, yeah, you shall therefore put a difference between what? Clean beasts and what? Unclean. And between unclean what? Fowls. Unclean. So it shows right here, where it shows right here, that bird, the fowl, is tied to the spirit. So it says right here, let me finish off. And you shall not make your soul abominable by beasts, or by what? Fowls, or any manner of what? Any living thing that creepeth upon the ground, which I have separated from you as what? Unclean. So so he said, and you shall not make your soul, your spirit, abominable by men, or any by foul, evil spirits, unclean spirits, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth upon the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. So therefore, when Moses write bird, he is not speaking of a creature of feathers that flies through the natural sky. He's speaking of a spirit, a heavenly entity, a fowl of the heavens that descended and rested according to the will of Jehovah. The dove, which is one function, contains within the bird. Spiritual Dictionary defines as what? Pure soul. The dove defines as the pure soul, innocent, and this is the very word the prophet Matthew employed when he recorded this in Matthew 3 and 6 over here. Matthew 3 and 16. Rachel. Rate 16, Rachel. Oh shoot, Matthew. I ain't gone Matthew yet. Matthew, my bad. Matthew 3 and verse 16. Right there. He says, yeah. And lo, one sec, brothers, just one sec. Says, and lo, the heavens were open unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighted upon him. So the bird is the statue. The bird is the statue. It is the Spirit of Jehovah moving as a fowl of the heaven. Now attend to the word nest. This is not a standalone entry. It is the spiritual dictionary for this word. Yet, the spiritual definition does not leave us without the witness. For the name, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go with the numbers. Let's go with the numbers. Let's go with the numbers. Chapter 24. Jump down to 21 and 22. Number 24, 21, and 22. Says, yo, like I said, the word nest, there's no standalone entry in the spiritual dictionary for this word. Yet, spiritual definition do not leave the student without witness. For the name Kentonites is defined as a nest or smith. Let's go. Let's see that in spiritual dictionary. Let's go over here. In spiritual dictionary. Where was that? Spiritual dictionary. Oh, Rachel. Again. Forget. Rachel. K-I-K-E-N-I-T. See that? Ness Smith. So, like I said, defined as nest, and the name Kenaz is defined as hunting, dispossession. This nest and Kenta is defined plainly as possession. So, Kenaz is hunting, dispossession, this nest. So, let's go over the numbers. Like I said, go over Numbers chapter 24, 21 and 22. He says, and he looked on. So he observed on resting the Kennedys, and he took up what? He chose a parable. So he chose a comparison. So he's comparing the Kentonites as a similitude or something. So let's go now. Let's go here. So let's go with y'all. So he says here, and he took up a parable So he took up the comparison, and we did, and assigned the connection, so he can tell the comparison, and said what? Strong, powerful is a what? Thy dwelling place. And thou what? Put it thy nest in a rock. That works in a rock. So you put your nest, that rock, as a belief. That's where you sought strength and support. That's something where you come to trust and have faith in that rock. He says in verse 23, nevertheless, the Kenite shall what? Because why? He's going to say nevertheless, so he's going to give the nevertheless, so he's going to give this vision against the Canaanite. So he can get the nevertheless, so he can give the vision against the Canaanite. He says, yeah, shall be wasted until wasted shall be destroyed. In the end, a way, as Asher says, yeah, until, say, in the end, a way shall carry thee away captive, shall lead thee away captive, lead you out captive. Because like I said, this rock, many of us come to trust in and have faith in a rock. This rock could be a belief. This rock could also be a mind that's carrying a belief that you have faith and you have trust in, that you seek strength out of. Keep in mind, Christ is our rock. And Christ is the Spirit. So he placed his strength, his support, his powers in a vessel. We nest in that rock, we're not relying upon that vessel, relying upon the strength and support and the belief that is holding up that vessel. Jehovah is our rock. He is our strength. He is our support. He's our safety. But men come to dwell in the safety of other belief. Either their belief or the belief of man. David said, nevertheless, Canaanite shall be wasted. Unto the end, another way shall carry thee away captive. So like I said, the rock can also be a vessel, a pillar, an elder, whom his strength and power you come to trust in. If I said, Rachel, let's go back over. Let's go into Deuteronomy. Let's go into Deuteronomy 22. But we can go to the bottom. 22, 6. See Rachel and 6, he says, yeah. Verse 7. See ya? Says, yeah. But thou shalt anywise let the dam go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou may prolong thy days. You have grace of sex. Until the end, you shall receive eternal life. Like I said, the rock can be a pillar, an elder, whom his strength, power, you come to trust in. Seek counsel, find strength and refuge in a rest within his dwelling place. In the midst of that gathering place, there might be set up a singular wood as a pillar, which every individual who come to dwell there rests in this pillar. That's why I said back over to Deuteronomy 22:6. If a bird nests time to be before thee in the way of any tree. Like I said, but some trees, some resting place, some place we seek shelter, cover, and a buckler. Not all trees are good trees. Some will come to trust under that tree. Keep in mind, that tree is possessed by this bird. The spirit that is in that tree, that is sustaining that tree, that is producing works for that tree to not only receive, but give unto others. Keep that in mind. Like I said, in the midst of that gathering place, there might be sit a singular word as a pillar, which every individual who come to dwell there rests in this pillar. In his confidence shall they be rooted in. In all certainty, they shall put all their faith and trust in his imparting of knowledge. That's how many shall be drawn away from the truth, being deprived of light, and unto darkness is part of lies. Let's look at it another way. Many of us come to trust under a tree, appear to be strong, powerful, safe, secure. They might come a mightier, more destructive tree and shake that tree and carry you away captive in another way. Keep that in mind. Plenty of us, let me give an example. Let me give an example of a tree. Look at Christianity as a tree, as a rock that many of us come to trust in, have faith, support, and belief in. Keep that in mind. Then there come another tree. You had those campsem. It's another tree. They came and they wasted, destroyed, but not really destroyed. They shake that tree. They shake the foundation. And many of us saw that, and we perceived that tree as a mighty tree. And we flee from under that rock onto another rock. We flee from one dwelling place. We flee from one place where we sought refuge and support and strength and belief, and we dwell under another rock, another false belief, another false sense of security and comfort. Let's go over to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. If it says over in Deuteronomy 32, and verse 31. It says in verse 31, he says here, see here? Right here. Well, that rock, not that rock. We know, like I said, Jehovah is our rock. It's our strength. It's our support. Jehovah is that bird that possessed that tree. And that tree, keep in mind, it's eggs in that tree. So those eggs carry the characteristics, the pattern, the manner, the likeness, the behavior, the strength, all the characteristics of that bird is in the egg. And that tree possessed that. So the 15 of God are clearly seen. Being understood the things that are made, even to the power of God, so we are without excuse. So their rock, not like our rock. Jehovah is our rock. He's a spirit. So he possessed a tree, and a tree showed forth his characteristics, his ways, his manner. That's why you see that tree can never be shaken by any tree around him, by any wind. That tree and his works that rest on the tree shall never be moved. Because that tree is our shelter. Keep in mind, Jehovah is a spirit. So he placed it similar to it. So we can see how spiritually he is our strength, our support, our protection, our shelter from the sun, from the wind, from the storms. So he placed a tree in the midst of us. He placed a tree that chance, not by mistake. Don't think that tree came before us by mistake. It was prophesied for us who are here to rest within a tree. So you could see the power, the strength, the characteristics of Jehovah through that tree. That's why you see any foreign enemy, any aliens, any adversary come upon within that tree shall be rooted out Keep that in mind. And every works under that tree shall be protected, providing they stay under that tree. But if they flee from that tree, they're on their own. But providing we stay under that tree, we learn from that tree, eat from that tree, get all the substances applied from that tree, we shall have great success. We shall have a long life and a prosperous life. Keep that in mind. Like I said here, Rachel, for their rock, it's not as our rock. Even our enemies themselves being judged, the enemy keep the, don't you hear the enemy? Hey. You see that rock over there? That dwelling place? Don't go over there. But you see here, watch this. You see how, you see, watch, let's go back over here. Let's go back over here in Numbers. Let me show you some. You see here? Watch this. Number 24. Numbers. Where is it? Where's Numbers? Oh, Numbers over here. Numbers. Let me ask you all a question. Let me ask you a simple question. Ask you a simple question. Number 24 and 22. Simple question. It says here, nevertheless, the Canaanites shall be wasted, and Asher shall carry thee away captive. Can that ever happen? Honest question. Can that ever happen until the rock was not like that rock? Can it ever happen to the rock re-dwelling? Somebody has to know. Can that ever happen? What happened to Canaanite? Can it ever happen to the rock we rest under, that we dwell in? Somebody has to know. Somebody has to know. Can it ever happen? Can we be carried away from all that rock we dwell in? No. Our rock is Christ. The only way we get carried away if we go contrary against his commandments, against his doctrine, against teachings, against his covenant. Only then. But provided we stay under that tree and that rock, and we learn every substance, every content that has been provided by that bird within that tree, like I said, we shall have long life, great success, and abundance of wealth. If I say back over here in Deuteronomy 32, for 31. For that rock, not like that rock, even the enemies being judged, they know. They know. They themselves, they determine and acknowledge themselves that rock. Surely it's the rock of Jehovah. Verse 30. Let's come to verse 30. See ya? How should one chase 1,000 and put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up? Jehovah never sold us, we sold ourselves. Keep that in mind. Jehovah never lock us in no prison. Lock ourselves in prisons. Jehovah never abandoned us or deserted us. We deserted him. We allowed different doctrines and teachings to draw us away. Like I said, Jehovah never forsake us. He's always in the midst of us. He's always in the midst of us. And if he do forsake us, like I said, it's because we haven't seeking after him. And when he happens to be in the midst of us, what we do? We forsake him. We're the ones that leave off and withdraw ourselves from him. Not him. Not him. Let's go with Deuteronomy. Let's go with Deuteronomy chapter 32. Jump down to verse 36. It says here. See here? Us. Because we got drawn, like I said, we went under another rock, another man and his belief, his strength. We dwelt under another tree. We ate of his works. We allow the works of men that falls temporary relief, that temporary support, that temporary buckle up. We allow that to deceive us. Let's go with Deuteronomy 36, 32 and verse 36. It says here, verse 36. For the Lord shall judge his people, surely will, and repent himself for his servants when he sees that their power is gone. Their strength is gone, and there is none shut up of them. Come on, verse 37, what he says here. Verse 37. See, your host can laugh at our calamities when our fear come upon us. See, and he shall say, where are their gods? Those men, those idols, those men you see as idols. What? Their rock whom they trust. That's what we do. It says, where are their gods? Their rock in whom they trust. Where are your buckler of defense? Where's your shelter? Where's your support? Where are they? How are you driven away? How have you lost faith? How have you lost trust? You had belief in this man, this God, this man, and his strength in the belief. How come you lost faith? How is it? In whom you trusted? What do we do? 27. 27, yeah. The false refuge. 38 says, yeah. Which did what? Eat. Learn off the fact, the desired doctrine and customs. The best. Or they what? Sacrifices. To establish covenants. And when we did, and we drank, we learned of the wine, the peace, the prosperity, their truth, and their belief. Of their what? Drink offering. They given the knowledge. It says here, let them rise up and help you. Let those same men who you dwell in, let that same belief that you come soul, wholeheartedly to trust in, let that peace, let that prosperity, let that truth, let that belief, let that help you. Let that be a shield. Let that be your guide and be your protection. He's telling us this clear scripture. Secondly, spiritually, the rock can be, like I said, a gathering place where one may feel safe going in and returning again to where one might rest from their enemies, or a place of worship where one gathers to congregate in the way, the shared belief, the practices, the counsel, and the guidance in his secret place. However, whatever that place provides is coming from a spiritual source. The foundation, which is Jehovah. That's when you dwell in his rock. That source of the foundation is of Jehovah, not of that man. So I want to consider how a concrete pillar is joined unto its foundation. It do not merely rest upon the solid base, but the steel bars arise from the foundation, meet in unity with the steel of the pillar, being bound and enclosed together in the concrete. The pillar and the foundation are joined as one structure, but the pillar cannot stand of its own accord. It is solely dependent upon the foundation to uphold it. For the foundation bear the full weight and the burden of the pillar, giving it the strength and the stability to stand upright against all forces. Without the foundation to anchor it firmly to the earth, the pillar is but a column of stone that will fall. Therefore, the pillar do not hold itself up. It is held up by the foundation upon which it is joined to, and it's Jehovah. Let's go with Numbers. Numbers 14. Numbers 14 and 14 says here. Number 14, it says here, and they will tell it to the what? It happened as the people of the land. For they have heard that the what? The Spirit of God, His perfection and beauty are among His people. Back over Deuteronomy again. We keep bouncing back and forth to Deuteronomy 22:7. But if a bird not chance to be before thee in the way, in the way, in any tree. If I go back over here in Numbers, says yeah, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of the land. Hey, the house of Jehovah is over there. Over there. You see that tree? Yeah, that tree, that big fluffy tree right there. Yeah. That's the dwelling place of Jehovah. You see all people over there? Oh, somebody over there. Yeah. What are they over there doing? Being fed. Being fed with us. Being sheltered. What are they doing? Getting strength. Learning the characteristics and the ways of manner with that tree possess. Oh, real? Yeah. Go over there. Go over there and seek shelter. Go over and seek shelter. Go. See? And they shall tell it to the inhabitants of the land, for they have heard that the Spirit of God practically among this people, and that thou practically seeing face to face, and that thy, see, yeah, face to face, and what? And that thy cloud, the covering, and the protection, and the defense stand over them. Read it again. And that thy cloud stand over them. That's the covering, the protection, that's the defense stand over them. And that thou goes before them. As the Spirit of God. By daytime, and in a what? In a pillar, in an Ella. So imagine you of a cloud and a pillar of fire by night. So you're going by Jehovah. So it's showing you Jehovah is always, that's showing Jehovah is always amongst us. Always. Let me give you an example. When we walking out in the world, He's amongst us in the daytime. And when we come under that tree, He's there also. He's always amongst, in the midst of us, 24/7. Even when we leave off the journey upon our daily lives, He's there. He's there. Because we have repented of His works, never forgetting them. We carry that works that was given unto us on our journey. And when we come back, He's still there. He's always there. Never left us. He's our defense, our protection, even in the pillar. So Jehovah is always in the midst of His people, giving us the wisdom and understanding that we need to guide us on our journey. He covers us day and night. So when we fall and don't get up, it is not because of Jehovah. It's because of our choices that we made. We decided to break, we decided to seek cover under the wrong covering. We decided to take from under that covering the instructions, the belief, and the ways under that covering. And when the heat of those trials and tribulation come upon you, come upon us, when we start to experience pain, distress, and hardship, all of a sudden, that covering you had so much faith and hope in dies quickly. Dies quickly. Let's go over to Psalms 24. Psalms 24. Psalms 27 actually. Psalm 27. Jump down to verse 4. 4 and 5. It says here. Psalm 27. My Bible, brothers and sisters. Psalms 27. 4 and 5. It says here. See here? One thing. Here's a two. One thing. One thing have I desired of the Spirit of God, that will I seek after, that I may what? Dwell. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking for. I asking for riches. I asking for early wealth. All I asking to abide, to dwell, to rest in the house of the Lord. That's all I'm asking for. Everything else outside of the house, I have no care, no worries about. All of us have that same mindset. What David said, one thing I have desired of the Lord, that I will seek after. Search him out. Search him out. And when he chance to be before you, you stay there. You don't seek after any other dwelling place. Just stay there. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Spirit of God. We said, yeah? See ya? See ya? All. Hold on. Rachel. Yes. Where you going? Wait for. Right there. All the days of my life. All. To what? To behold, to remember His beauty, His weight, His wisdom, His knowledge, His power. And to what? See ya? What we gotta do? We gotta do? Inquire. Inquire. You can't inquire if your mouth shut. You can't eat if your mouth shut. Jehovah's given us, Jehovah placed His, like I said, His wealth in a cup poured in a system, and a system was given unto us. Let me give you a joke. You know, this morning, Ella called me, Pastor called me, he's like, man, Ella, what's going on, man? Boy, you left me, you don't need me no more. So you know, I crack a little joke. I look at Ella, you going AI. You going AI. Everything that was in your brain, you put it on the website. I crack a joke. I said, when I want to talk to you, I go on the site Rachel. When I want to talk to you, I crack a little joke. It's true. Everything Jehovah put in that tree head, He put it on the site. He dumped it in the site. All the works of Jehovah, He put it in the site. It was given. It was given unto us as an inheritance. Like I said, as a father who loved his children, his sons and his daughter. Ella said this one time. Say one thing a father, hey, I think he told it to me. He told it to me last week. He said one thing a father hate to know that he leave this earth and his children isn't taken care of. His children isn't placed in a position to defend themselves. That's what a father does. Think about that. You know a father spiritually a teacher. Think about that. It is true. Says, yo, to behold the beauty of the Spirit of God and to inquire in His temple. Chapter 9, verse 5. Says for time. For that reason, right there. Right there. For that reason, in the time, in the day, in the time, In a day of trouble, he shall what? Hide me in his what? Tabernacle. In the secret place shall he what? Hide. Keep me safe. He shall set me within a rock. Like I said, you ain't get there by mistake. It's prophesied. Where you are right now, this was ordained. You didn't happen to stumble across the channel by mistake. You happen to stumble within that rock, stumble under that tree by mistake. So never think that. You never think that. So like I said, that rock, let's go somewhere. Let me show that rock. Let me show that rock. Watch, let me go somewhere. Go to priest. Priest, right? It says priest. What a priest is? A priest is a minister, an elder, right? Let's sit down here. A rock. A rock. Let's go in Psalm 91. Psalm 91. Psalm 91 and verse 1. See ya? He that dwelleth, then this is not a physical dwelling, because God is a spirit. So we're resting and abiding within the spirit. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the what? The Almighty. So abide. We remain faithful. Abide is to remain faithful. Under. So you place under authority. You place instead in a position under authority and influence of the shadow, the way of the Almighty. So, you see the word in? The word in is used as a preposition to indicate inclusion, location, or position within a physical or abstract place, state, condition, or time. In a spiritual or symbolic spiritual and symbolic sense, this suffix represents the understanding or belonging to a certain group, lineage, or tradition. This is in movement, often with implication regarding shared beliefs, practices, or heritage. In the scriptures, the meaning of in goes beyond just where someone lives or their ethnicity. It includes their entire culture and historical identity. So in the secret place of the Most High, the Holy Spirit, the separated body that is promised to a beloved people, a set apart, separated people, or a man of the Most High, in which his way, his word dwells in. And the evidence of his power, judgment, and testimony is made known. It's revealed through a beloved, a set apart, promised people, or a single vessel that are consecrated and holy unto Jehovah. And all that dwell under him shall come to trust and yield unto the word that come forth out of his mouth, the one he chose to rest in. So that's a secret place actually as a people. Let me show you something. Let's go over to could be a physical vessel also. Let me go somewhere else. First Samuel. Go to First Samuel. It's concentrated. It's a token body. Let's go to First Samuel 19. First Samuel 19. 1. I want to show you something. It says here, and Saul spake to Jonathan, his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David. Kill the beloved, the faithful follower. It says here in verse 2, but Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in the beloved, the faithful follower. And Jonathan told David, saying, Saul, my father, seeks to kill thee. Now therefore, I pray thee, take heed to thyself until morning, and abide in keep in mind, in a secret place, and what? Hide thyself. Hide thy perfection and beauty. Turn down verse 3. Says here, and I will go out and stand beside my father in the people. So in the people, where thou art. So he in the people. And I will commune with my father of thee. Says here, don't read again. And I will go out and stand beside my father in the, watch it, in the people, where what? Thou perfection and beauty art. And I will commune with my father of thee, and see what I will tell thee. Jump down, that's verse 3. So, join in with the people. That is like, for example, that is like a man who had returned back unto a nation by himself, walking throughout it and blending in it. Blending in, read it again. Join within the people, that's like a man who had returned back unto a nation by himself, walking throughout it and blending in its realm. Unaware, and nobody knew his art. It's A-A-T, E-A-A-R-T. No one knew he is carrying the light, the word within him. Outwardly, his art, A-R-T, is in their sight, was as the common folks of the land. Amidst all of the blood, he working, amidst all of the blood, he working like everyone else, going through the same physical struggles and oppression in a land as everyone else, but never eat of the bread and drink of the water of that nation. To colonize, his art is perceived as one of them. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew 2. Verse 12 down to 14 says here, and being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. Another way. Another way. Verse 13. And when they were departed, remember, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Verse 14. And when he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. So, like I said, Jehovah has elected to rest, to possess a tree. Not just any tree. Jehovah not gonna rest in an unfaithful unrighteous. You're not going to rest in a tree that's not upright. He's not going to waste his works in a bent tree, in a tree that is not fit to carry his powers, his strength. The tree has to be rooted, has to be proven to be rooted in faith, has to be shown to be righteous. Its art has to be of a righteous likeness. It should have no blemish, no conditions. It should be plain. It should be blameless, undefiled, holy, pure. Go to Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42. Come on, verse 1. Isaiah 42 and 1. It says here. See here? Behold, my servant, whom Jehovah, he uphold, he strengthened, he sustains, he preserves. My elect, my chosen, he chosen them. He chose not tree to rest in. In whom what? My spirit delight. He says, yo, I have put my spirit within him, within that tree. And what that tree is going to do, he's going to produce some works. And he shall bring forward doctrine and teaching to Gentiles, to us, to all of us who are separated from Jehovah. Gentile in the mind. He's going to bring judgment. He's going to bring forth, he's going to produce, he's going to present doctrine and teachings to the Gentiles, to us. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 81. Verse 5. Psalm 81 and 5 says here. Psalm 81 and 5. See here? This he ordained in Joseph. Keep in mind, ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun, brothers and sisters. Nothing new under the sun. This who he ordained in Joseph for a what? A testimony. So he chosen. He chosen in David for a testimony. Keep us in mind now. Go with Numbers. Numbers 27. Number 27, turn around by 16. It says in number 27, 16. It says here, let the Lord, the Spirit of God, the guide of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. They say guide of flesh, of all flesh. Say the guide of spirit, see the guide of spirit of all flesh. Set a man over. Set a man over the congregation. So that includes other trees. That includes other trees. That's not a boastful statement. That is ordered in Scripture. Because that tree came not to be taught, but came to teach. So that tree is set over other trees. Spiritually, you can tell the difference. Not in physical stature, but in spiritual way. Go back over here again. Where is it? Says Rachel. Psalms 8:1-5. Rachel, my bad. Psalm 8:1-5. This he ordained in Joseph for a testimony. When he went out through the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I understood not. Tomorrow, verse 7. We did. What we did. So we did. Just what we did, right? God called us in trouble. God called us in trouble. We did. He delivered thee. I answered thee in the secret place. Where am I? In a secret place. as a separated body, as a promised body, as a token. Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere for me. Let's go somewhere. Let's go back over Genesis. Genesis 45. Let's go somewhere 45. Jump down to 45. It says, yo. See, yo? Joseph said unto his brethren, come near unto me, I pray thee. And they came near, and he said, I am, this what you want? I am Joseph, whom you have sold in Egypt, right? Jump down to verse 7. It says, yeah. Who did that? God sent me before thee. To what? To preserve. God sent me before you to preserve you a prosperity in the earth and to save your lives by great deliverance. Remember verse 8. She says right here. So now it was not you that sent me here, but God. But God. So go back over here in Psalms to say right here. In verse 7. Thou callest in trouble, be called in trouble. I delivered thee. I answered thee in a secret place of thunder. That's a voice. Of a voice. God the Spirit. Who he says here? Verse 7. I proved thee. That's all I need to do. Just jump down. Let's go over to 18. Let's go over Psalms 18. Psalms 18. Psalms 18 and verse 10. Says right here. See ya? What he did? Remember that bird? Remember that bird? Remember that tree? He said in Psalms 18 and 10. Say he rode, he journeyed in a messenger. And what he did? And they fly. He lifted up. He elevated. Yea. What he did? He elevated. Yea. He, the messenger, did what? Ascended upon the what? Within the what? The strength and the power and the authority of what? The Spirit. The influence of the Spirit. The way of the Spirit. The power of the Spirit. Wherever way he should go, he rode upon that Spirit. That Spirit carried him. He didn't carry himself. And he did fly. He ascended in the strength, the power and authority of the Spirit. So that Spirit was influencing him all the time. In what part he should go, what way he should go. Come down, verse 11. See ya? Verse 11. He made darkness a secret place. Who? Jehovah. The darkness is a secret place. Hip. So he chosen. He make a darkness a secret place. That's those who what? Spiritually blind, in ignorance. Because us now we receive the light. His temple round about him, but dark, but what? But dark, what was it? His temple. Those that remain, see, my bad. His temple round about. So those that remain about him were what? Dark waters. That's spiritually blind people. And a thick cloud. That those that have not known and that those that have not understand. But the skies of heaven. Because all of us who was in darkness, and when that Spirit right upon that messenger came, he illuminated all our path. Man about us, all of us who was in darkness, all of us who had no understanding, all of us that were blind. Through that messenger, he illuminated our path. He shows us the way. Let's go to chapter 19. No, my chapter 19. Exodus, my bad. Exodus 19. Verse 5, it says right here. But he says right here. He says right here in Exodus. Now therefore, if providing you will obey my voice, in works, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure, people unto me, above all the people, for all the earth is mine. But we gotta hearken. That's our biggest problem. We gotta take heed. Let's go over Psalms. Psalms 81. Psalms 81. Psalms 81. Says in verse 81. Psalms 81, 8. See here, y'all? See here? Says here, Psalms 81 and 8. Hear, O my people, and I will what? Testify unto thee, O Israel, if providing thou wilt hearken unto me. If you just listen, see, like that the man whom his spirit dwelt in offers us. He provided the male and female, those faithful followers, refuge. He provided inheritance, not in him, but in the ways of the Spirit that rests in him. Those that dwell under him receive receive of the instructions. Those of them that dwell on him receive of the instruction, the doctrine, and utterance of prophecy, provided by the Spirit that possess him. The ordering given unto you from out of that secret place shall enlighten your understanding, illuminate your path, bring forth a change in direction in our journey. A spiritual undertaking from him to endure until the end. All this he's going to give us. He's going to give us direction for our journey. We can have a spiritual undertaking for all of us to endure until the end. I said once, I want to think about what righteous man will walk around. Think about what righteous man will walk around carrying secrets of the Most High. All the mysteries, revelations, the parables, the prophecies, the truth, and see his people in confusion, spiritually blind, and the truth hidden from them, and he would not help and aid them. Think about it. What righteous man you know carrying around the sauce, carrying around the content that we all need. We all need on this training. Every male and female who has not this content in them, their journey is going to lead them straight to destruction. Ain't no male or female on this earth, having not the source, having not the content, successfully finish the journey. We must seek it out. We must receive it. We must hold on to it. It's our life. It's how we prosper in this world. It's how we move and navigate through this world safely. Think about that. Let's go over to Psalms 119. Psalms 119. Says in Psalms 119. 105. See the right, y'all? Says y'all. See y'all? That word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Because we all desire to get to our desired destination. We all desire to get to our desired destination, which is to make it into the kingdom of God. And we know we can't get there without his instructions, his guidance on our journey. What it says here? And a light unto my path, unto my train. We need that guidance, we need that instruction, we need that protection. We need it. All of that is provided under this tree. It is given. It is given. It's never withheld. We look at it right now. I'm teaching off our inheritance. It was never withheld from us. It was given unto us. I'm actually teaching off what was given unto us. Let's go with Luke. Let's go with Luke. Luke 11. Jump down for 33. For 33 says here. See here? No man, when he had lighted a candle, any man will come upon this understanding, come upon this knowledge to understand the truth. No man, no righteous man come upon this understanding this truth. What do you do? Put it in a secret place. You don't keep that in. Evidence right here. I'm sitting in front of the evidence. If anyone say, oh, Pastor hide stuff from us, you was a bold-faced, unadulterated dog liar. Any man out of that push out of that lie out their mouth is a lying dog. No man when he had light a candle, put it in a secret place. Neither on a bushel, put on a candlestick, that they which come may seek the truth. They which come, we come under that tree, may what seek the truth. The truth. Let's go with the Job. Like I said, I came under the tree. Many of us came under. Many of us, the tree chance to be before us. I just thank Jehovah. I was not one of those rebellious ones who look at the contents of the tree. I thank Jehovah. I'm grateful unto Jehovah because I could have been one of them who look at the contents of the tree and said, nah, that tree don't look too safe. Let me go over there. That tree gotta be safe. You see how many millions of people under that tree? That tree gotta be safe. That tree got to be where I seek refuge. I thank Jehovah. I'm not like those who hide their neck and turn away from the truth. It hurt to see others do it, you know. But all of us given the opportunity. All of us given the opportunity. Many people, that tree chance, that's that bird, and that tree chance to be before them. But many people turn their neck, harden their heart, and forsaken. Let's go with Job. Let's go with Job. Show you something in Job. Let's go with Job. Job 29. Verse 3. See how verse 3? See how? When his candlestick, when his candle, when his wisdom, that guiding light unto my part, unto his part. Talking about the tree. Talking about this tree. When his candle shining upon my head. Talking about the tree. And when by his light I walk through darkness. He journeyed through darkness. Jump down to verse 4. Watch this. See how? Verse 4. And what verse 4? And I was in my youth when the seal of God was upon me. He now You know, in you in a pure state now. When the secret God was within the tabernacle. See ya? When the Almighty was yet with me, when my works were about me, his tree is full of fruits, full of works. It's hanging. It ain't hanging low. It ain't hanging high. It's hanging low. Fruits is hanging low. You don't have to struggle to get that. You don't have to hurt yourself to get that. It's fruits is hanging low. When his works were about me, it's a tree. What says in verse 5, verse 7? See ya? Just what he did. I went out to the gate. Went out to the gate through the city. See what we did? When I prepare my seat. Hold on. My seat, where's that? Rachel, where you at? You prepare position of authority in the streets. Those that went out, those that were saying he prepared position of authority. He come to teach. He prepared his position of authority. He ain't come to be taught. He come to teach. He ain't come to hear what you got to say. He come to teach. He prepared position of authority. He come to do his father's business. Prepare a position of authority in the streets. Jump down to verse 8. See ya? See ya? The young man, that's me. That's me. I put my name at John in there. Young man. That's when I was immature. Immature. Young man. It's me. Saw. So I heard the reciting of the message, of the gospel. See ya? The young man saw me, so I heard the gospel and the message, reciting the gospel message, what he was uttering. And what I did, I hid myself. I hid my understanding. I covered my understanding. I show respect. I shut my face. Didn't, hey, I believe it's this, hey, I believe it's that. I hid my face. Show respect unto that man. Unto dog teachers are coming over his mouth. And the age arose and stood up. I grew and I became mature. I was no longer that silly dove. I mean that silly pigeon. I became a dove. And the age rose up and stood up. I thought you see me the other day. An aged man. No longer a young man. No longer a silly pigeon. An aged man. I rose up and stood up. Stand up rightly. I said mature and wise now. So I guess I grew up showing Jehovah's likeness and maturity. See ya? He ain't finished yet. He ain't finished yet. Get to, like I said, get to those teachers. Get to those teachers. Get to us. Get to the elders. Get to the deacons. Get to the evangelists. Get to the brothers. The president refrain talking. Everyone shut up. Fingers on the lips. What happened, y'all? You have the city of authority now. He is an authority. All the elders and deacons and evangelists and brothers, shut them out. Refrain from talking. Be very attentive. And lay their hand on their mouth. We want to hear the wisdom, the understanding, and prophecy coming over this vessel's mouth. He got a lot in him. We need to know. We need to get it over him. We need to get it over him. We can't allow him to go in the grave with all the wisdom. We refrain from talking. We lay our hands on our mouth. Listen to every single word coming out of his mouth. At least that what we supposed to be doing. Don't let a simple word as a slip past us. We're taking every single word. See ya? Verse 10. The nobles held their peace, and the tongue cleave the roof of the mouth. See how? Verse 11. They err. They err. So they hearken, they understood me. Then bless me. They give thanks unto me. And when the eyes saw me, it gave witness. It confirmed every single thing that come out of that tree mouth as truth, as gospel, as the message, as prophecy. Ain't no private interpretation came out of this mouth. They confirmed that. Every single woman, man, boy, elder in the presence of that tree confirmed it was written. Everything came out of that man mouth, that tree mouth was written. We confirmed it. Jump down to verse 12. Why? See, because he delivered the poor that call out, and the fatherless, and him that had none to help him. Go Psalm 91. Psalm 91. Psalms 91. Jump down to verse 2. See? I will say unto the Spirit of God, He is my refuge and my fortress. He is my rock, where I take refuge. He is my strength, my guide, my guide. In Him, did it say in them? Did it say in them? Did it say in the man and Him? It say in Him, in Jehovah, will I trust. Jump down to verse 4. Because why? Ain't no man can cover thee. Keep that in mind. If that bird leave off of that tree is a tree. He has a false covering. Because the true covering is left. Because I've said in verse 4, He shall cover thee. Who? Jehovah. He shall cover thee with His feathers. And under what? His wings, His shelter, His protection, shall thou trust. His truth, His way, His spirit shall be thy shield and buckler. Come down to verse 9. Why? Tell me why. Because thou hast made the Spirit of God, me, because thou hast made the Spirit of God, which is my refuge. Because thou hast made the Spirit of God, which is my refuge, even Most High, thy habitation. Me, all of us. Made him where I rest. We made him it. We made him our refuge because we trust in Him. Trust in everything that He provides for us. Jump down to verse 11. See how? He says right now. He shall give His messengers charge over thee. Back to that tree. And it said, that tree is carrying the characteristics. We be getting into more of that next week. I just given a, call it brief synopsis. I think that's what they call it, yes, of next week teaching. He shall give the angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. He tell you back over in Exodus 23. Exodus 23. Exodus 23. Tomorrow verse 20. He says in verse 20. He said, remember, I sent a messenger before thee to keep thee in the way, to bring thee into a place which I have prepared for thee. Everything that He has, everything I'm put this. I'm put this. Look at a toolbox, right? You're trying to build a house. Everything you need to build a house is in that toolbox. Everything you need to build a house is a toolbox to keep you in the way, in the understanding of how to build that house. Everything you need. It says here, beware of him, obey his voice. Because why? See here? Rachel. My way is in him. His spirit is in him. Let's go back over there again. Go over there again. Deuteronomy 22. So Rachel, if the person that challenge to be before thee, the presence thee in the way in any tree. Such over in Exodus 23 and 21. My way is in him. Who? Him. The messenger. The elder of the tree. So, because within that dwelling place, house, like I said, house a content, a abundance of substance, and those who come to trust in that dwelling place shall be provided for. Of all the blessings that shall be given unto him, that is meant to raise him, bring peace, fulfill, and complete him. But like I said, many of us, we neglect to turn onto that tree. And shoot, see, our simple minds, right? We think. I'll be honest with you. We think like Ella Jenkins told me. I think on Psalm class, I think, told me that. No one know your marriage sick. We don't know. We don't know. Some come in 30, some come in 74, some come 104. We don't know. So we feel like, oh, because this device right here is given unto us, we good. We good. We good. Many of us would sit on our wigs for a time. But will not stand fast to see that works develop. We leave off from it. Before that work could ever mature into full works, we leave off from it. Some of us, given to us, look at it, put it in our nest, and leave off. Oh, you can be there. You safe there. You can grow on your own. I don't have to put it away. Once it's there, you good. Many of us, we would put that works on our nest and we wouldn't even sit on that. Some of us would sit on it for a time, but not seeing that works develop all the way through. Think about that. Psalms 81. And verse 11. See ya? My people were not hearken to my voice. Israel want none of me. They don't want. My people were not hearken unto my voice. Israel want none of me. That's what we struggle with. You don't want none of him. Says in verse 13. All that my people would hearken unto me. And Israel, my people would hearken unto me. And Israel had walked in my ways. Israel had walked, if they didn't embrace and take the journey in my ways, in my heritage, in my heritage, my practices, in my tradition, and my behavior. If only they would walk in my way, if only they would walk in the heritage and the practice and the tradition of my behavior. If only we would embrace the journey. If only we would walk in this tradition, in this behavior, in this manner. Deuteronomy 15. See how? Let me see something. Okay, cool. I on time. Okay, I on time. Cool. It says here, haters are those who neglect to turn unto the Spirit of God. Haters. Like I said, those who neglect to turn on the Spirit of God, those that refuse to abide under His strength, authority, and protection of the Spirit of God shall have what? We should have what? We should have submitted. We should have submitted. They should have submitted themselves unto Him. We should have brought forth ourselves under Him. Keep in mind, He's a spirit. Keep in mind, He is a spirit. They hate us. Our Spirit of God should have submitted themselves unto me. You should have came under that tree of Jehovah. You see that video? You said verse 15? But that time shall have endure forever. John verse 16. See it? It says here, He tell you, I should have fed them. He should have fed us. He should have fed us. But what we did? He tell you, man, I should be feeding you. Y'all should be eating off my fruits or my whites. Y'all should have been taking the egg from out of that nest. I should have fed them also with the fines of wheat and with honey. Out of what? Out of the rock. Should I have satisfied thee? Should I have nourished thee? Should I have filled thee? But now we a bunch of what we is? Right there. Haters. That we are haters. Just go to Isaiah. Isaiah 57. Isaiah 57. Verse 4 says here in verse 4. See ya? Against whom do you sport yourself? Against whom make you wide mouth and draw out tongue? Are you not children of transgressors? See ya? Falsehood? What we do? See ya? What we do? Treasure. Inflame yourselves with idols, with old men under every green tree. What? Slaying the children in the valleys, under the cliff of rocks. Or those beliefs of those men. Let's go to Ezekiel. We get 4 more scriptures. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 7. Ezekiel chapter 7. 22. We do 22. It says, my face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for robbers shall enter into it and defile it. Verse 24. Wherefore will I bring the worst. Just keep this in mind. We get into this next week. Like I said, remember I said earlier, but those unclean birds, the unclean fowls, remember that? Says here, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathens, and they shall what? Possess their houses. And I will make the pomp of the strong to increase, and their whole places shall be what? defiled. Shall be defiled. Go Jeremiah. No. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah 10. Last two scriptures. Isaiah 10. 10. 13 and 14 says right here. For he said, by the strength of my hand have I done it. By my wisdom, for I am prudent. I have removed the bounds of the people. I have robbed their treasures. I have put down the inhabitants like violent men, right? No, my bad. I've missed my commentary. Like I said, the prophet Isaiah speaks of the king of Assyria, who boasts of his powers to seize the riches of the people, as a man gathering eggs from a nest. Like I said earlier, Isaiah 10 and 13. He says here, for he said, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures. And I have put down the inhabitants like a what? A violent man, a mighty man. To man verse 14. Says here, and my hand had founded my power had founded comparing as a nest. What nest is? The riches of the people. So he can rob you of that. Rob you of your works. Rob the people of their works. And as one gathered eggs that are left, have I gathered all the people, all right. Gather us. And there was none that moved their wings or opened the mouth to pee. No, not all in Rachel. Rachel. And my hand had found a nest to riches of the people. And as one that gathered eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth. Keep that in mind, because that's very important to meditate on the next week teaching. If we can get more in depth into Deuteronomy 22, 7, and 6. For some reason, I added those pieces on because of what I saw Friday and what the pastor spoke on Saturday. So that's the. We need to understand. We need to clearly understand what is in front of us. Clearly. But I know I ain't talking to mostly brick walls. But those that are trying, I'm talking to you that you should not only try, you should do, and you should succeed. Those walls who put up a wall to their ears, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to those ones who's trying. But let us not try. Let us do. Let's not waste the opportunity that's in front of us. Let us not resist. If the Spirit chance to be before us in the way of an elder, take every opportunity of the works that have been given unto you. Do not let it waste. Do not let it sit there idly. Increase on it. Jehovah, when he comes, if he meets your stores empty, we in problem. If he meet the bank of Jehovah, where we store our money, if he take me, he say, John, come, let me carry you to your vault. Open your vault up. He need to meet that vault full of riches, full of his substance. Keep that in mind. We have no excuse. Man was thinking this app is a blessing. It's a blessing and it's a cursing. Because now we put another charge over our head that we can't get around. We cannot get around this charge right here. Because we can't tell Jehovah, again, we haven't been provided the tools from your feeder. We can't say that. There's a blessing and a cursing all in one. So brothers and sisters, I want to meditate on the teaching. And next week, we're going to get more deep into that Deuteronomy 22, 6 and 7. So this has been your brother, your elder Jordan, from the Kingdom Bible University, also most lost in Bridgeville, coming straight to the KW Caribbean and over the Nassau Bahamas. And I want to say, hold on, before I end the teaching, I had a bet with my elder. I had a bet with my elder James. Hold on, you don't go ahead. I had a bet with my elder James. I told him if I didn't speak clearly, I would buy the pastor, the elders, and the deacons and the brothers coffee to the feast. So I want to know, did I speak one clearly? Was I calm in my deliverance? If not, I owe the pastor, the elders, the deacons, and the brothers coffee. Did I spoke calm and clearly? Okay, so Elder James say yeah. So Elder James, Elder Martin said yeah. So Elder James, you lost the bet, bro. I mean, I didn't mind buying coffee, but hey, the bet was lost, bro. Like I said, I want to say shalom to all. Shalom.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you want to know what it is? You can feel it when you go to work, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.